Welcome to this video lecture on syntax directed translation. The unit 5 is divided into two parts, that is the syntax directed translation is the first part and intermediate code generation is the second part. So these are few questions which were asked in the university examination. So these questions are basically to draw the annotated parse tree and to draw the design dependency graph. Again here to draw the annotated parse tree and to draw the dependency graph. Again the question is here again to draw the annotated parse tree and to draw the dependency graph. So these are specifically two questions which are asked on syntax directed translation. So in this lecture I'll be discussing the annotated parse tree specifically. Just to revise parse tree, this is a parse tree for this given grammar for the given string which is id plus id multiplied by id plus id multiplied by id. This is the parse tree. This is some node and the non-terminal at this node is e. These are the terminal nodes in this. So syntax directed definition. It is a context-free grammar along with attributes and rules. If A is an attribute, then we write as x dot A. A is an attribute for symbol x or non-terminal x, then we write x dot A to say or to represent the value of A for the particular non-terminal x. Now, if we consider this is the grammar rule, E gives E plus T, and this becomes the rule, the semantic rule. So which says how to evaluate. So E dot val is computed by using the E dot val plus T dot val. So this dot val, this val is the attribute here and this becomes the semantic rule here. Similarly for the production rule, this becomes the semantic rule and dot val is the attribute of E and for T here. So there are two types of attributes. The first type is synthesized attribute and second type is inherited attribute. So what is the synthesized attribute? A synthesized attribute at node n in the parse tree is defined only in terms of attribute values at the children of n and at n itself. To understand this, what it is, the attribute, synthesized attribute value is computed using the attribute values of children or the attribute values of n itself. Now considering this, if A gives BCD is a production rule, this is a parse tree where A is the non-terminal and val is suppose the attribute. So this val is called as synthesized attribute if it follows the rule which is given. So here A is the parent node, B, C, D are children node for node A. Now A dot val equal to B dot val. So here this val is computed by using the attribute value of the children node. Attribute value of the children node. Similarly, if it is said A dot val equal to C dot val, then here also it is computed using the val of the non-terminal A is computed using the attribute val of the children node C. So here val becomes val, which is the attribute of A, becomes the synthesized attribute. Now the second type is inherited attribute. It says that inherited attribute at node n is defined in terms of attribute values at the parent node of n itself and siblings of n. So once again the example, here A gives BCD is a production rule. So this is a part of the parse tree here corresponding to this production rule. Now here for A, BCD are children node, B, C, D are siblings of each other. So if it is said B dot val equal to A dot val. So for B, the attribute value is computed using the parent node attribute. So here it is using the parent C dot val equal to B dot val. So it is using the sibling, left sibling, and C dot val equal to D dot val, it is using the right sibling. So here B, C and D, these are having the inherited attributes. So B is computed using parent, C is computed using left sibling, and here D is computed, here C is also computed using the right sibling. So comparison of inherited and synthesized attribute. Inherited attribute is not to be defined in terms of children node, whereas synthesized attribute is to be defined in terms of children node. Inherited attribute is defined in terms of the parent itself and sibling attributes, and the synthesized attribute may be defined using the inherited attribute at the node itself. And in the parse tree, terminals cannot have inherited attributes, but they have synthesized attributes. Now the syntax directed definition. Write the syntax directed definition for the given grammar. So the production rules which are given here, I'll be displaying one by one. The first production rule, L gives E. So as this is having the synthesized attributes, so L dot val equal to E dot val. That means the val at the parent node is computed using the val at the children node. Similarly, it says val at the parent node is computed using the val at the children node. So this becomes the syntax directed definition. Syntax directed definition, which is having, what is syntax directed definition? It is the context free grammar along with the attributes and the rules. So here val is the synthesized attribute, and digit, which is the terminal node, is also having the synthesized attribute lex val. Construct annotated parse tree for the grammar for the string 3 multiplied by 5 plus 4n. To construct the parse tree, this is the given grammar and this is the associated set of semantic rules. So this forms the syntax directed definition. STD, which is having context free grammar, attributes and the semantic rules. Now we use the STD to construct the annotated parse tree. So I have just written the grammar and the semantic rules. Now the string which is desired is 3 multiplied by 5 plus 4n. So it will start with the start node, that is L. So L, which is having the production rule, L gives E. So it is resulting in E dot val and N. Now E, which is resulting in E, which is resulting, it is having two options. So we have chosen the first one, that is E plus T. So it is written as E dot val plus T dot val. Then E, which is replaced by T, and T, which is replaced by F. Now T dot val becomes T star F, T star F. Then T is replaced by F and then finally by digit and then finally by digit. Now the annotated parse tree. We want 3 multiplied by 5. So this will be 3. So this 3 is given further to the parent node. The parent val attribute is computed using the children lex val attribute. So it becomes 3. Again it is given to its parent. Because it is using the synthesized attribute, the parent value is computed using the children value in this way. Then now this gets the value 5, which is passed on to its parent. Then 3 multiplied by 5 is passed on to its parent. Then it is passed on to its parent. Then digit, this will get the value 4, which is passed on to parent and passed on to parent. 15 plus 5. So this semantic rule, 15 plus 4, this semantic rule is applied and we get the value 19 at the parent. Then it is passed on to parent. So this becomes the annotated parse tree for the string 3 multiplied by 5 plus 4 for the given grammar. One more example, construct annotated parse tree for the given grammar. So this is the grammar and this is the associated set of semantic rules, and this forms once again the syntax directed definition SDD. So we'll be using this to construct the annotated parse tree. So as it starts with the L which results in E and N. Now E is replaced by T, Now we have chosen this option. Now T is replaced by T multiplied by F, then T is replaced by F, and finally F gives within bracket E. We need within bracket E, that is 3 plus 5, and then multiplication, and then once again within bracket E. So to get within bracket and then this multiplication, and then finally the E plus T and E plus T. So the first value is 3, which is passed on to its parent. The next value is 4, which is passed on to its parent. Then the semantic rule 3 plus 4 is applied, and this will get the value 7. This will be passed on. Then the next value is 5, which will be passed on to its parent, because this is using only the synthesized attributes which are computed using the children. So the leaf node is computed first. This is 6, which is passed on. Now it is 5 plus 6, which becomes 11, then which is passed on. Then finally 7 into 11, which becomes 77, and it is passed on. So this becomes the annotated parse tree for the given grammar. Now the next, here this is example on the inherited attributes. So here we are using val as a synthesized attribute for the non-terminals T and F, and we are using for T dash we are using two attributes, that is inherited attribute and the synthesized attribute. So T and F are having only the synthesized attribute, and T dash is having inherited and synthesized attributes both. So here T and F, these have the synthesized attributes. That means T dot syn is to be computed by using the F. Okay, so here what it says, T dash of inherited equal to F dot val. T dash of inherited equal to F dot val. So it is using the sibling to compute the inherited value. So inherited attributes can be computed using either the parent or the sibling or the node itself. Here it is using sibling. Now T dot val is computed using the child node T dash, and its synthesized attribute is utilized. Then the next, T dash gives star FT1 dash. So only F has the synthesized attribute, otherwise this T dash and this T1 dash both have inherited and synthesized attributes both. So here T1 dash is computed as the F dot val and T dash inherited. So it is computing the inherited attribute of T1 using the sibling and using the parent. Now T dash which is a parent node, and its synthesized attribute is computed using the child node, that is T1 dash synthesized. Similarly here the synthesized attribute is computed using the inherited attribute of the same node, and this is using the synthesized attribute. So this is an example of the annotated parse tree for the string 3 multiplied by 5. 3 multiplied by 5. How it is done? T, which is starting, T gives FT dash. Now F has just the synthesized attribute, and T dash has inherited and synthesized both the attributes. Then further f gives digit, f gives digit, this rule is applied here, and t dash gives star ft1 dash, star ft1 dash. This rule is applied. Then f is finally deriving digit and t1 is replaced by null. So this is the parse tree. Then for annotation we start from the leaf node, that is 3, which is passed on to parent because val is a synthesized attribute which will be computed by using the children node. Then 3, using this 3, the inherited attribute is computed. Inherited, t dash inherited is computed using the sibling value. So t dash inherited gets the value 3. Then this t1 dash inherited, t1 dash inherited is computed using the sibling and the parent. So it becomes 5 multiplied by 3, 5 multiplied by 3, which is 15. So this 15 gets copied here, and this 15 gets transferred here, and then finally this 15 gets transferred here. So this is one example which was asked in the university examination. For this grammar, draw the annotated parse tree for the string 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 2. So this is the same example which we have discussed before. So once again, for this grammar, t gives ft dash, t dash gives star ft dash and null, and f gives digit. We have to draw the annotated parse tree for this string. So here is the syntax directed definition. STD, which is having context free grammar along with the attributes and the semantic rules. Now we'll be using this to find the annotated parse tree. So here I have just written the grammar and the semantic rules. We have to design for 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 2. So it will start from the start, that is t. This should be inh. The first correction is it should be inh. Then sorry, this is correct. It should be t dot val only. So t gives ft dash. T gives ft dash. This rule is applied. Now as said before, t and f, these are having only synthesized attributes, and t dash, which is having the inherited and synthesized attribute, both type of attributes. So here further the rule will be f will be resulting in digit. Then t dash will be resulting in star ft dash. Then further this f will be resulting in digit. Then this t dash will be once again resulting in star ft dash. Now f will be resulting in digit and this t dash will be replaced by null. So this becomes the fundamental parse tree, where it is t gives ft dash, then f gives digit, t dash gives star ft dash, f gives digit and t dash gives star ft dash, f gives digit and t dash gives null. So this is the fundamental parse tree. Now we'll be writing the annotated parse tree. Annotated parse tree starts with the digit value. Here first of all it is 3, which is passed on to its parent, because f is having the synthesized attribute which is computed using the child value. So f val becomes 3. Then we compute the inherited of t dash dot inh. T dash dot inh will be computed using the sibling value. T dash of inh will be computed using the sibling value. Then this 5 is given to its parent because it is synthesized attribute. Once again T dash of INH. Now this is basically T1 dash INH. This is T dash, so this becomes T1 dot INH. T1 dash dot INH. So T1 dash dot INH is computed using sibling and parent. Sibling and parent, which becomes 15. Then this is again passed on to its parent, and now again this becomes now T1 dash dot INH, which is computed using the sibling and parent. So 2 into 15 becomes 30. So now this 30 is given to this T dash T dash synthesized. T dash synthesized is computed using T dash INH. Then the T dash synthesized is computed using T1 dash synthesized. T dash synthesized is computed using T1 dash synthesized. Then similarly again the same rule, T dash synthesized is computed using T1 synthesized. Now T dot val is computed using T dash dot synthesized, and this val is the synthesized attribute. So finally we get the value 30 here. So this is annotated parse tree for the given example. So in this class, basically I have discussed the annotated parse tree for both the types of attributes, that is inherited attributes and the synthesized attributes. Reference for this video lecture is the book on compilers by Aho and Ullman. Thank you.